오.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good, good.
이거 뭐예요? Hi, today we're gonna try 6 different countries' breads. So usually in Italy we eat bread every meal we have, and we used to eat it with sauces like tomato sauce or ham, especially ham.
I think France is a little bit similar. We have bread for breakfast, we have bread at lunch and at dinner. In the morning, it's probably more like with something sweet that you will put on.
I don't know what to really expect because I don't really think about bread a lot. I don't
Really?
Yeah, and in America, like bread, I don't know. Unless you like going to the bakery, when you think of bread, I just think of sandwich bread. But then once I traveled more, I realized like, wow, there's so many different types of bread.
Yeah, there's a lot. My dad actually owns a bakery, so
Oh my god.
I grew up with bread. I feel like I'll know some of them.
프랑스.
저도 그 말 하려 했는데.
이유는 프랑스 빵이 있잖아요. 테이스티하지 않을까?
French and Italian to be the best bread. So I don't expect too much.
I expect the Japanese bread to be very sweet, personally.
And the Korean one too. I don't know about Brazilian bread.
So let's see how it will turn out.
Ooh. This is called pão de queijo. Honestly, we eat it for breakfast, but also for like an afternoon snack. And it varies in size. You can have like a big one like this, or you can have it in a smaller size.
Oh. Ooh, smells
Strong.
yeah, like cheesy.
Yeah, right?
Even on the crust, you can see like a little bit of cheese like that's been crisped or
뭔가 만두같이 생겼어요.
모치모치 할 것 같은데요? 딱 들어가 있을 것 같아요.
맞아요. 약간 그런 느낌.
그죠? 근데 약간 이거 레이즌인가? 뭐가 있네요?
밀가루가 딴 것 같은데요?
What is that? Is that a raisin?
No. It's like a pão de queijo means cheese bread.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
so-
dark part is cheese?
Yeah, like burnt cheese.
Oh.
And it has a really interesting texture because it's made of tapioca starch. So it's very chewy and not really what you would expect from a bread. And a bit tangy too.
It looks like, I don't know if you, beignet?
beignet.
Beignet.
The
It
shape.
The shape
Yeah.
looks like that. Oh my god, you know what it looks like? Like Japanese mochi. A
little bit, a little bit.
겉으로 보기에는 되게 그거 같았거든요? 스콘.
되게 말랑 쫀득해요. 쫀득.
우와.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
Slightly.
Oh, it's kind of hot.
Oh my gosh, I haven't eaten this in so long.
So do you just... Oh wow. I like it.
Yes. This feels like home.
Honestly, it's very similar to a Japanese mochi.
The texture, the way it's a bit. But it's very, very cheesy. Even the consistency, I feel like there's almost more cheese than there is bread. The way
Yeah, it's very wet inside.
yeah, it's interesting because it's a little bit like shiny because of the fattiness of the
Of the
cheese.
cheese.
You know the texture from
Yeah, it's
traditional
very
bread.
different from like the bread that we
Yeah.
are used to.
I'm so pleasantly surprised because I don't actually like cheese that much. But this is like, it feels like the cheese is integrated with the bread. So it's not like giant globs of cheese in there, which I don't really like. This is so nice and it's so chewy. I love chewy things.
Yeah.
And rice cake, I love that.
It has a similar texture to that, right? We can also eat it with like Hyejin, which is like a cheese bread that we have in Brazil. Or even like, you can even go for sweets. You can go eat it with Nutella. It's great.
Really?
It's delicious.
That sounds so dangerously good. Like, it, ooh.
겉바속촉이다. 겉바속촉.
오이시!
안에 거만 먹었을 땐 짠데 같이 먹어야 고소한 맛과 함께 되는 것 같아요.
오, 맛있다! 여태까지 먹어보지 않았던 식감인 것 같아요.
If there was a bakery selling this here, I think I would buy it a lot.
I like this. I don't know what country this bread is from, but I feel it's from Korea.
Yeah, me too. It's very cute.
Yeah, it's very cute. It's full of stuff. I can see a lot of sauces on top. I
See.
can see corn, so definitely this is Korean because they put corn everywhere.
But it also the smell, it smells kind of sweet.
Yeah.
It's not like a pizza smell or it's
Yeah.
not like this kind of savory smell. It's
True.
a bit more of a sweet kind of desserty smell.
This is a very decorated bread.
Looks very Korean to me.
Yeah. It's not a hot dog, but it has the same flavors, I think.
Yeah.
Like cheese, ketchup. I
Yeah.
don't know if this is ketchup, but it kind of
I would say it's ketchup and mayo and then corn and then sausages.
Yeah.
이거 한거 맞아요. 일본에서도 이런 게 있는데.
뭐,
이따다키마스.
뭐 소세지빵, 피자빵은 맛있죠. 너무 맛있어요. 역시 이런 자극적인 소스와 그런 게 필요한 것 같아요.
Like the bread itself, it looks a little bit like brioche, like a French
Yeah,
brioche,
it's also
which
very
is
soft.
yeah, it's a bit more desserty. It's sweet.
Definitely very sweet.
It's a bit like a hot dog.
Or I would eat this as a snack. Like
Yeah,
in the
afternoon snack
yeah,
or
that's right.
before lunch.
It smells like a hot dog.
It does. It really does.
Okay. Yeah, to me it just tastes like a hot dog. If I close my eyes and I eat this,
Isn't it sweeter than a hot dog though? Because I feel like the
maybe
bread
a
dough
little.
is kind of sweet.
Honestly, I feel like it tastes exactly like an American hot dog bun.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
이렇게 떠먹을 수 있어서 너무 먹기 편해요. 일본에서는 이렇게 연결되어 있는데.
저는 아까 같은 뭔가 그런 심심한 맛보단 이런 게 더 좋은 것 같아요.
자극적인 맛.
It tastes good, but
It's not bad, but I personally prefer like simpler
yeah.
breads.
This reminds me a little bit of hot dogs in Brazil because we do put a lot of stuff in.
Really?
Corn, ketchup, mayo, all of that.
You put corn in hot dogs?
Oh, we put a lot more than that, even mashed potatoes.
I would probably buy this again.
So I think we got croissant. So croissant is actually the shape. It's a crescent, so that's why it's called croissant. If it came in another shape, it wouldn't be a croissant. It's a lot of butter in it, and that's what makes it like crunchy and all the layers that you can see. And usually we have this in the morning,
Same in Italy too.
but just like this.
Even in America, like we have croissants at the local grocery store's bakery and everything, but I never buy them. Like I know they're good, but to me they're just like nothing special that makes me buy them.
I like how versatile they are.
That is
Like
true.
you can eat it by itself, it's already so tasty because you know you got a lot of butter there, so you got a lot of taste from a lot of flavor from those.
Yeah.
But you can also go savory with it, you can also go sweet, and I do think it matches really well with coffee.
Yeah.
My favorite. 크로상 이따다키마스. 와 진짜 크다.
윤기가 아주.
못 끝내요.
So sometimes, but usually the typical way to have this is for breakfast or in the afternoon as a snack, and you will just have it like this. So usually it's a good sign when there's like bits and pieces that fall.
The mostly my experience with croissants is, do you know Pillsbury, the canned croissant? And then you peel it off and it pops open.
Yeah, and then you put it.
roll it. I did that so much like in my childhood, and I really enjoyed it. Like rolling up croissants with my mom, and you can even put things inside. Like sometimes we would put pieces of chocolate, and I liked to put lemon a lot.
Lemon?
Yeah, like lemon zest or lemon oil, rub it on there, and it tastes so good to me when it finally cooks and you take it out of the oven. It smells like lemon. It's so nice.
역시 프랑스 사람들은 이렇게 먹는구나.
맛있다.
근데 이거랑 커피랑 잘 어울릴 것 같아요. 근데 크로와상은 매번 먹기가 좀 불편해.
맞아요.
이거 프랑스 사람들 어떻게 먹었지?
난 그냥 먹어요.
잘 드신다는데.
Does it taste like French ones?
It's not bad. It's not bad.
What does make a croissant good?
So it has to be like a rich flavor, a little bit buttery, but not overpowering. And usually all those, like the top layer has to be like really crispy and the inside really moist and buttery. So when you pull it like this, usually you've got all this that comes out.
I agree. I also like it a lot.
I could eat this full and another one.
I'll go for this one. It looks so
and
pretty.
they're so light.
Look at that.
I know ASMR. That's so nice.
It's really good.
Oh yeah.
맛있어요. 뭔가 들어있지도 않고 그거 하나인데 고유한 뭔가 맛을 이렇게 음미해야 할 것 같은 것 같아요.
Yeah. That's super good. The person who made croissants, like I don't know who you are, but thank you so much.
Yeah, let's just put butter and butter and butter and make it really thin and then roll it in.
뭔가 만화에 나오는 빵처럼 생겼어요.
오,
그쵸?
지브리에 나오는 듯한 헐.
장난감 같아.
왜 이렇게 장난 같지?
This looks like Japanese.
It's funny because it a little bit has the same shape as croissant,
That's true.
but it's definitely more of a bread type than a bread pastry type.
I actually thought this was a croissant the first time I bought it. To me, the shape is similar, so I was like, croissant.
I think I've had them like only once. And I don't know if it was a good quality. I wasn't very impressed by it.
소금빵이다.
소금 많아요?
이게 소금이 뿌려져 있네요, 위에. 맛있다. 밀가루 안에가 완전 촉촉하고 맛있어요.
맛있어.
엄청.
Gladly, I will try. See, I love how in the middle it has this like tunnel of butter.
Oh yeah.
The butter tunnel with salt.
This ring. I'm gonna try the middle of it.
Yeah. This one is not the best I've ever had, but it's so good.
Yeah.
1, 2. Oh,
This is harder than I expected.
yeah, me too.
Right?
It's a bit more like rubbery, like
Like
a very
Gum.
gummy, elastic.
Is there something inside?
Usually sogumpang, it's like the
It's butter,
inside
right?
is
There
a
should
bit.
be like a butter
yeah.
piece inside.
It's
that
a bit-
melts.
It's a bit shiny.
Very sweet. Even though it's salt bread, it's very sweet.
I like the center part of it.
The center is really good. It's so good and so buttery.
Although I feel like this would be great for like sandwiches.
I
It has
haven't
like
tried that.
it has the right texture for it, like an Italian kind of sandwich. You know, like ham
Yeah,
or
that would be so good.
뭔가 간이 안 돼 있는 것 같지만 간이 세네요.
왜 이렇게 느낌이 다르지? 그냥 약간 이거 족파한 것 같아요. 저는 이 약간 촉촉함이 좋아요.
완전 촉촉해요. 맛있어요.
Like brioche is usually a bit more fluffy. It's not bad, but it's very
I like the
simple,
consistency.
like just normal, I would say.
The Asian breads were sweet.
Yeah.
Even though they're supposed to be salty, they're actually sweet, as we said it.
Overall, the bread itself is pretty sweet.
Sweet, very sweet, yeah.
if they had a kid, it would be this.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's very like buttery, like croissant,
It's super buttery.
but then it tastes like bread.
So good.
So this time we've got
Bagels! I
so
love bagels.
I guess that's the American bread. I love
Sure.
bagel.
Me too. I love the blueberry ones. Oh my god.
I like
They're an
the
addition.
베이글, 플레인 베이글,
베이글 이거 좋아해요.
크림치즈. 맞아요.
크림치즈.
이게 뭔가 이것만 먹으면 약간 심심해요.
그쵸? 근데 베이글도 또 다양하게 있잖아요.
맞아요.
맛들이.
블루베리 베이글, 어니언 베이글.
그쵸?
I love bagels.
Really?
I do. I really do.
Bagels were so popularized, I think, by New York. Like New York bagels by this time, I think they have their own brand and name for them. themselves. I mean, of course, plain bagels are good, but I like everything bagels with all the seeds on top. I like to put hummus, butter. It's so good. Like make a sandwich with a bagel.
Oh, delicious.
It's so good.
Let's try.
Yes. So traditionally with cream cheese.
Let me put the cheese on your bagel.
Thank you. Wow. Like a professional. Italian style.
Let's go.
Cheers.
맛있어요. 이것만 먹어도 너무 맛있어요. 그쵸?
맛있는데? 엄청 모치모치.
Here, I will put the cream cheese for you.
Oh, thank you.
Do you eat the bagel like a sandwich or one piece at a time? Because I think the traditional way of eating a bagel, famous way, is just to have one slice at a time.
Yeah.
But usually we toast it before we put cream cheese.
Well, I think I only eat it as a sandwich when it's actually a sandwich.
Yeah.
You know, when you
When
have
you
like a
buy
lot
a
of
bagel.
feelings. But otherwise, yes, I do like this.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This bagel is so chewy.
It's a bit rubbery too, like kind of
Very
bread.
chewy.
It's a bit more light, I would say, but still very
Yeah,
dense.
it's chewy, but at the same time, I feel that since it's not too sweet,
Yeah.
you enjoy eating this with like some cream cheese or some other sauces.
Yeah. Yeah. Good, good.
와 이거 진짜 맛있는데 듬뿍 발라줘야 되는데. 너무 맛있다.
먹는 것도 먹음직스러운 빵같이 생겼죠? 그쵸?
I love bagels. But, you know, even the bagels with like melted cheese on top.
I like it. I love it actually. It's very
I know.
soft.
This bagel is really like squishy.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're usually like
in a good
this,
way.
but it's so good.
Really nice.
이거 뭐예요? 좀 세다.
이 밀가루 냄새가 엄청 강하게 나요.
약간 빵 만들기 전에.
반죽 냄새?
Your baby.
Ciabatta, my Italian bread.
What is ciabatta?
Ciabatta in Italian means slipper, like one single slipper. I guess it's because of the shape of this bread. It kind of looks like a slipper.
Oh my gosh, is this like vinaigrette?
I think it's olive oil with balsamic vinegar.
Yeah, oh my gosh. I love Italian bread.
Same. I love ciabattas.
Yeah.
그냥 아무 맛이 안 난다.
그래서 이런 걸 찍어 먹나 봐요. 찍어 먹어볼까요?
역시 아시아랑 다른 나라는 완전히 다르네요. 향만 나요.
And I feel like, especially for ciabatta, it's one of those breads where in America, I've only seen it as an option for your sandwich bread. I never buy ciabatta and eat it.
Interesting.
So would you have this like with lunch, with dinner, like on the table?
So bread is very important for Italians. Personally, in my family, even though we eat a lot of bread, we don't always have it on the table. But if you go to a restaurant, you
You will have it.
definitely find it every time.
Because I feel like in France, you go to a restaurant, bread is always on the table, but also traditionally in families, like my grandmother, there's always bread. She always goes
My
to the
mom
bakery in
too,
the morning.
she always bakes some
So
bread.
even between lunch and dinner, they probably leave it on the table.
It should be tasty because ciabatta has a lot of olive oil in the dough.
Oh yeah, and this one seems kind of nice. How is it? Yeah, pretty plain. To me, it would definitely need something like this.
Yeah, I think you need something to eat with it.
It feels like something is missing, but it's still good. It's like a perfect base for all the things you can put on top.
근데 이거 하나 먹으면 엄청 배가 포만감이 가득할 것 같아요. 스파게티랑 먹으면 너무 맛있을 것 같아요.
역시 약간 빵을 빤대로 먹는 게 아니라 약간 뭔가 섞이면서 드시는구나.
I think this works for me. Feels very legit.
But I feel like I definitely need to eat this with some vegetables. Like I hate tomatoes, but tomato with this, it seems like it would be good. Especially like a sun-dried tomato.
Oh.
Yeah, I like sun-dried tomatoes.
To me, it's the best, of course. It tastes like my country, that's why.
Obviously, eating it like this is good,
Yeah.
but it's not.
Yeah, you don't eat
like-
this bread.
Yeah, you eat a piece and you're like, oh, it tastes good. But then you eat a big piece and you're like, oh, I'm gonna die. You want something on it to make the flavor stand out.
Yeah.
It's more something that helps another ingredient, but it has some flavor on its own that also changes the flavor of what you put on.
So it was definitely a nice experience with a lot of different breads.
Very full.
Personally, my least favorite ones were the ones from the Asian countries, Japan and Korea. I'm sorry, but I would say that for me, the Korean one was not the worst, but my least favorite.
For me, my least favorite was maybe the sogumpang. But I know that I've had other kinds of this bread and I really liked it. The Korean one would come second, like least favorite.
Yeah.
And my favorite would definitely be the croissant.
I really didn't expect it, but I think my favorite was the Brazilian bread.
Yay!
When I kept hearing cheese bread, I was like, oh no, I don't like cheese bread. But that was so good.
It complements well.
It does. Like it's the perfect.
진짜 뭔가 아시아 빵이 좀 자극적인 것 같아요. 대비해서.
저도 그렇게 생각하고 일본도 그렇고 한국도 그렇고 빵을 밥처럼 빻아 먹잖아요. 근데 외국 분들은 조금 뭔가 어렌지하는 느낌이 좀 있어서 뭔가 문화 차이 그런 부분도 좀 있지 않을까. 오늘 통해서 너무 신기했어요.
It's just like very nostalgic and
Yeah.
brings a lot of good memories.
And I'm personally very surprised by the Brazilian bread. I really, really liked it. Very cheesy. I like the consistency. I like chewy stuff.
Yeah, for me it was very interesting. Like I think the ones that I'm least familiar with would have been the Japanese and the Korean ones, because that's not really something we get back in Brazil.
Honestly, me too. Except the Korean one, it's a bit more similar to some breads I do see in America. Kind of these flattened sausage type breads. We sometimes have those at bakeries.
I see.
Because it's popular, like Americans also love hot dog tasting things. But for me, my favorite was the Brazilian bread. Then I think the Japanese bread, the salt bread. I think I really like it because it reminds me of American butter rolls.
전 첫 번째 먹었던 브라질 빵이 아무래도 약간 일본 분들은 맛도 중요하지만은 그 식감을 즐기는 그게 좀 있거든요. 식감은 여태까지 제가 인생에서 먹어본 적이 없었던 와 이거는 진짜 표현할 수 없는 맛이었습니다.
저는
빵.
소금빵이 유행을 엄청 많이 했잖아요. 근데 저는 그런 사이에서도 먹지 않았었거든요.
아 진짜요? 그럼 오늘 처음 드시는 건가요?
네, 그런 것 같아요. 그래서 먹어봤는데
와우.
빵만의 반죽이 촉촉하고 맛있으니까 이게 뭔가 커버가 되는 것 같아요.
So today we tried 6 different countries' bread.
So if you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.